Hello students! In this video we are going to talk about volumes of pyramids and spheres. So what was pyramids again? For pyramids there is always a polygon which makes the base of the 3D figure. It could be rectangle, triangle, pentagon, whatever kind of polygons. And then the rest of the faces are always triangles and they all go to one point which is called an apex. So what is the formula for volume of a pyramid? It's very similar to prism, however you have to divide it by 3. So you see here, if area of base times height is the formula for prism, for pyramid you have the same thing, but then you have to divide it by 3. So for instance, in this rectangular pyramid, then the height of the pyramid is always the one perpendicular to the base. So this will be the height, which is perpendicular. And if you have the area of the base, multiply that by the height and then divide by 3, then you get the volume of this rectangular pyramid. This one here has a triangle as the base. And if you find the area of that, multiply that by the height, which is perpendicular to the base, then again, divide by 3, you have the volume. The same thing with pentagon as well. Now, a cone is not a pyramid. However, we have exactly the same formula. So the base of a cone is a circle. So you will need to find the area of the circle, multiply that by the height of the cone, the upright height, perpendicular, and then divide that by 3 as well. There is a video that shows an experiment, and in this experiment you can see clearly that if you have a prism and a pyramid with exactly the same base and the same height, then the volume of the prism will be 3 times the volume of the pyramid. Alright, we are going to try and see how we can use this formula. In this triangular pyramid, we see that the base is a triangle, a right angle triangle. All 3 sides are known, but of course you need to know which information you need. Because it's a right angle triangle, we can safely take this side and that side perpendicular to each other as the base and the height of the triangle, so that makes it easier. So area of the base in this case is 11.3 times 15.1 divided by 2, and if you enter that in your calculator, you get 84.315, and the unit is centimeter squared. Now to find the volume, you will have to multiply this area of the base by the height of the pyramid. So remember, it has to be the perpendicular one. In this case it's 18, and don't forget afterwards you divide that by 3. So entering that in your calculator, you will get 511.89, and we can safely round it to the nearest whole number, 512 centimeter cube. Now this example is a cone, and again, although a cone is not really a pyramid, it has actually the same kind of volume formula. So area of the base, in this case is a circle, will be then pi times radius squared. And then to find the volume, you will just have to multiply the area of the base times the perpendicular height. In this case, it is not known yet. You have to find the height using Pythagoras theorem. And remember, because the slanting height here, 9 centimeter, is the hypotenuse, then we have to remember that it is h squared plus 4 squared equals 9 squared. And by doing a little bit of algebra, then you get h, the height is square root of 65. We are not going to enter that in the calculator yet. We are just going to use this exact value, square root of 65 as the height. And then don't forget, volume of pyramid divide area of base times height by 3. And when we enter that in our calculator in one go, then we get, so here we enter exactly as it is in one go in our calculator, then we get to nearest whole number, it's 135. So to the nearest whole number, it's 135, and the unit is centimeter cube. The next one, we will look at the volume of spheres, and the formula can be written in two ways. It's just exactly the same thing. You either multiply 4 times pi times r radius cubed and then divide by 3, or you can do 4/3 times pi times r cubed. It's the same thing. I suggest you just enter all in one go, this formula in your calculator, whichever one you choose, and you should not worry about the order of operation. So as an example, in this case, radius is 30 meter. That's the radius of the sphere. So the volume will be then I'm going to use the first formula, 4 times pi times radius cube, and then divide that by 3. We enter that in our calculator in one go. It will look like this, 4 times pi times 30 cube. And don't forget, always use this button. It's very handy to have fraction, exponent, square root, and so on, whatever you need. So in one go, if we enter that in our calculator, the answer to the nearest whole number will be then 113, and the unit is meter cube. For volume is always cubed. That's it for the basic figures of pyramids and spheres. In the next video, we will look at more complicated shapes. And for now, you can already practice with the basic exercises. Good luck!